Hello everybody and welcome. This is Jack B1024 with my first episode of the Dynamic Factory Let's Play. For this series, I'm going to be using a real world map generation, modified slightly so that the starting area is very big, because we're going to be starting off with a very large factory and I don't want biters to get in our way too early. And also with a recipe and technology difficulty set to expensive with a 4x multiplier. So I'm going to generate some worlds, hopefully find one that I like, and I'll be back once we have a world that looks good. Okay, so welcome back. Here seems to be a good spawn. So we've got about 400,000 coal up there, about 1.4 million iron ore in these three deposits, about 2.2 million copper ore in these two deposits, 200 stone up here, and we've got, what's that, probably about 300,000 uranium ore, with this deposit having over 200,000, which is really good for a spawn uranium ore on a rail world that I've seen. And we've got a good amount of trees around us to keep the biters at bay. So we'll get started in a normal Factorio run. I'm going to run off and get some coal to start off. And while I just get everything set up, and you've got this sort of slow start, I'm going to explain my idea for this Let's Play. So I was thinking of doing a Let's Play that focuses on circuit networks, and I wanted to deal with circuit networks that I haven't dealt with before. So I was looking through all the mods that there are online and found one that I haven't dealt with and another one that I have that I think will be good for this play through. So if we look at tech and we go to, there we go, the circuit networks, you see there's two new combinators. There's a crafting combinator and a recipe combinator. So the way those two work is that you can basically give them a crafting recipe as a signal. You give them an item as a signal, and they'll give you the crafting recipe of that item. They'll set the assembling machine to craft whatever item you set as the signal. So we're going to use that, and we're also going to use smarter trains, which kind of work like trains work in 0.15, except they allow even more customization that we wouldn't be able to get to, and we wouldn't be able to do. So my idea for this factory will be that we're going to have essentially a main bus, and the entire factory is going to be completely dynamic. So we'll have a main bus, and off this main bus we'll have your normal assembling machines that are crafting certain recipes, except we won't be setting what the recipes for those crafting machines are. What we're going to do is we're going to have a circuit network that figures out what our current production and consumption of all of our products are, and dynamically changes those crafting machines to craft what we need. So say we were doing the tool belt research, right? So you need green and red science packs. So it would notice that we're consuming red and green science packs. So it would set up a line to make green science packs, a line to make red. And the line that makes green, it would notice, well, these ones need conveyor belts. So it would set up a different line to make conveyor belts and a different line to make inserters, and so on and so forth. And then say we finished our tool belt research and we decided to start researching stone walls, which only take red science packs. The circuit network would then figure out, we're no longer using up our green science packs, we're only using red ones. Okay, well, we can stop producing green because we don't need them right now. And instead, let's take those assembling machines that were making green science packs and we'll switch them over to making red ones for us. And those assembling machines that were making conveyor belts, we'll switch them over to making, say, more iron gear wheels, because now that we've got two lines making red science packs, we'll want more lines making gear wheels for them. And so that's sort of the idea that I'm going for. So I'm just getting a good amount of coal so I can run over to the iron and start getting our iron set up. I always forget how slow you run when you don't have any of the exoskeletons attached. So yeah, I'm probably going to skip ahead some of this intro part, just because, you know, it's pretty basic vanilla Factorio. There's nothing new here that you haven't seen before. We need some more stone. Otherwise, it's, you know, you're just going to be me setting up everything for Factorio. You've already seen probably 100 times, except with harder recipes, so it takes even longer to get set up. So I will be back when more of the base is set up. Okay, and welcome back. So I've got a pretty good setup going, I think, so far. We've got 16 iron miners, getting plenty of iron plates. I've got 4 copper miners, because at the moment copper's not that required. We've got 10 miners on coal that are all hooked into each other so that they'll keep feeding each other with coal. And I'm just finishing up getting everything crafted to set up the power supply. So I'll just run over to the coal to pick it up, and then we'll start deciding how to set up our power supply. Okay, so now that that's done, I think I'm going to set it up here on the map so that the coal can come down and be fed straight into it. I think that seems like the best place for it. And then once this is done, we can start our research. And so we're going to be basically rushing for circuit networks, because that is the name of the game. So I'm going to actually put a single space between those two. Actually, I probably want these facing downwards instead of upwards, so that the coal line can come from the top. So we'll face them downwards instead. Quickly power that up, and yep. How much is that? That's 40, yeah, because we're at 4 times, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, I'm probably going to need more copper for the next lot. In fact, probably want at least a second science lab. Sooner rather than later, maybe even a third. Yep. 1100 iron plates, that should be good for a while. Why isn't that cancelling one? There we go. So let's see, after 10 seconds, and these take me 5 seconds, yeah, so 2 would be at full speed that I can craft them at. So yeah, this is actually a fairly nice stuff, what I've looked into so far. We do have 2 miners up here. They're the little blue squares, I guess. They're 2 miners and a chest, and they're just filling it up with stone. And I occasionally run up there to get it when I notice that I'm low on stone. Also, we'll take half that over there, and we'll queue up the rest of our science. And we're already out of steam. No, that's... what is going on here? Oh, that's one off. Okay, well, you learn something new every day. Of course, because when you flip these around, they're not actually... because they're a 2x3, when you flip them around, they're not in line anymore. Wondering how on earth they could already be out of 2 stacks of coal. Now we'll just even that out a bit more. I'm going to just lock that down there so it's easier to get to. Okay, and so while we wait for the rest to be crafted, I'll just continue going around, collecting the copper, collecting the coal. And so the first thing we're going to do once we get automation set up is we're going to set up a very simple crafting area. It's not going to be the one that we're going to go with because it's going to be a static area, not dynamic like we want our factory to be. But we'll just set it up so that, it doesn't take forever to craft all the science potions that we need for everything. And yeah, 1600 I should be very good with iron ore for a while. We are about half done, it looks like, with our science. So while we wait for that to finish, yeah, I think I'm gonna. I've got enough stone for the moment. I was thinking of going over to the stone area instead. Let's start making a few furnaces. Add them to our queue, so that we can start moving these guys out. How close are we? Pretty close. Yes, the circuits I'm going to be making I haven't actually planned out yet, so cool, that's one done. The circuit to dynamically control what every crafting area is going to be doing and allocating and deallocating all that. I haven't actually planned any of them out yet, so you'll get to watch me decide on that. And my thoughts for doing all that is that they're all going to be done live, and I'll only do cuts if there's a particular problem that's taking me a while to figure out, and I'm just testing stuff out. But if you want to watch me do all the testing and debugging of all the circuit networks, leave a comment, let me know, and I'll leave that in if that's what you guys want. Yeah, let's get started on automating some of this, so I'm not around here just manually crafting everything, because automation's the name of the game. And we're going to need some inserters. So we'll put this over here. And we're going to need some of these. Let's just do that just so they come a little bit quicker. Because we want them sooner rather than later. Yep, there we go. Put the second one down, just copy it across. It's actually a pretty bad place for it. Yeah, I'm going to move it here. There. We have at least enough service to get started. We just need a transport belt now. There we go. Put that there, we'll put 3 more inserters. We'll give this one a chest here to put the copper plates in. Put our iron plates in these. Yeah, we're going to need more assembling machines for crafting of the red science packs. That's the thing that's going to take forever here, not these. So in fact, I'm going to switch one of these over. Look at that, we're already slightly dynamic. How can I nicely line this up? I don't think I can. So we'll just do it like that. That's some copper. Yes, this is going to be pretty speedy for the moment, just as we get everything set up. Need some more copper. Put that there. Okay, let's get some more assembling machine set up, and we'll neaten this out a bit because this is really ad hoc. Half a second to 5 seconds, yep. Your one, yep. You actually want this there and there. I'll need that one as well. We low on power? We should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I'm going to move this one over the side. Put that there. And we'll remove this one from here. Get rid of that. Give these inserters to take the items out, and we are putting stuff in slightly the wrong position. Okay, now if I'm correct, we should actually need some more labs now, which is good. And actually, how much iron do you have? Yeah, we're going to need to get more iron. So while that's crafting away in our pocket, we'll restock our furnaces here and have to run off and get some more coal. So we'll get some copper, some coal, and then we'll probably put our lab down on the way back. Probably after the copper. And of course we need some more belts. There we go. Okay, that should keep the lab stocked for a while, so that we can go off and get our coal. Start making actually another lab. Let's see if we have we have 7 of them every 5 seconds. So they're actually every 10 because they're at half speed. That's every 15 seconds. 7 every 10, 1 every 15. And the next thing we're going to want to start getting ready is green science, because we're going to want to make combinators, and combinators use green science. So I'll start making the assemblers for transport belts right now, and then we'll start making some assemblers for green chips. So that'll be fine for that. Chips. Oh, and you would take blue. That's a bit annoying. You're too close. Okay, there we go. That's our transport belts being made now. Now, circuit networks in expensive mode are more expensive. They're 10 copper cables instead of the normal 6. No, it's not 6, it's 3, isn't it? Yeah, because it's 6 between 2, so it's 3. So because of that, it's actually 5 assembling machines to a single assembling machine making the circuits. So it's a kind of lopsided layout that I like to go with. This is, there we go. Yeah, you're going to take green. Where's our 2-2? 106, 320. We do kind of need these though, so I'm going to postpone our circuits for a slight amount of time while we get that set up. Just find that means I get more time to set up the green chip factory. Yeah, so this is the layout I like to use for green chips. Normally I actually have this layout twice flipped. Well, once here and once flipped over this side. So that... Should I just pick up some from here? Here we go. So you can have a belt running that way. The ones on the right will, put it on the left side of the belt. The ones on the left will put it on the right side of the belt. And you run copper around the outside, and you run iron up here with a splitter here to feed this single inserter, which feeds the iron into the assembling machine. And then on a blue belt that would run, I think it's 4. Yeah, 4 of these in a row. So use up a full blue belt worth of copper. Okay, looks like we're going to need a few more assembling machines making our red science, and I'm out of coal. Let's at least power that up. Not that that's going to be doing anything anytime soon. I guess we could start at making us green chips, just because then I don't need to craft it in my hand. That would actually save us a fair bit of time. So I'll leave that slightly separated, just so the resources don't go over there until we're ready for it. Make another bunch of them. We definitely need more bed science production. I think we're actually out of gears. So I'm going to actually set up a second gear machine. We'll just do that. Wire this one up, copy the settings across, okay, there we go. Now I've got twice as many gears being made. You should be able to make the gear every half a second, or second, but yeah, the inserters are way too slow to do that, so actually do that just so that they can get a bit more speed through them. So 1 a second, these use up 1 every 10 seconds. And we're out of power. So we should actually be able to support 1 more assembly machine off this setup. So, well, green chips came in use. In handy. Pick up any more. No, we just need 1 more. Cool, and done. Okay, we'll get some more coal. We'll, refill our iron machines, our iron furnaces, and I'll probably end up making even more assembly machines to create red science packs, just because that's really our only bottleneck at the moment. Fortunately, with the aliens being so far away, and the fact that we're really actually quite small here, we're not going to have to worry about military for quite a while. Obviously, we're going to have to worry about it before, too long, because it's better safe than sorry. But it's going to be at least convenient. We'll be able to get fairly set up before we have to worry about it. So we're out of iron here. Anyway, I'm probably going to limit you to 200. Just for the moment. And you should have, it will give you plenty of iron. And you're limited to 100. We're low on copper. There we go. Yeah, so let's think of some things to talk about while we've got these low moments, while we're just waiting for stuff to happen. I guess I could talk about myself. So I'm a programmer. That's my job, which is I think that's kind of why I like circuit networks so much and playing around with them. I've enjoyed programming for how many years has it been now? I think it's 15 years now. I've done actually, if you count like when I was a young kid, I got some like 3D modeling books, and I had a dream of being a game developer. So I got some books on, it was some really basic game engine. Can't even remember what it was called. It was nothing like, what are they called? Unity or Unreal. It was some really obscure, never heard of it before game engine. You could do, simple 3D geometry, play around with cuboids, basically, cut out surfaces and stuff. So I got that when I was really young. But that wasn't really programming. Or at least I don't count that as programming compared to everything else that I've been doing. Of course, not saying that game developers aren't programmers. They certainly are. Just this was so basic. It really had no code at all involved in it. So I've been doing that for about 15 years now. My free time, I like to, play games like Factorio. Other games that I play are Crusader Kings 2, a bunch of Paradox games. I kind of want to get into Stellaris. I just need to get it first and find some free time to play it. I'm generally busy playing, either EU4 or CK2. They take up a fair bit of my time if I'm not playing Factorio. Otherwise, hanging out with friends, hitting up the city. I'm actually not living in my home country at the moment. I'm abroad, so it's fun to go out and do touristy stuff quite often. Looks like we're low on power again. We're out of copper. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's kind of, I thought we'd be out of wood. It's kind of what I like to do. Otherwise, I play a fair bit of Minecraft too. Modded stuff. Actually play a fair bit of GregTech. If you know about modded Minecraft and GregTech, yeah, it's pretty grindy, but it's fun to solve a problem that you get. Oh no, I need to set up a system that does this. And solving it. And open computers is a lot of fun to play with. It's basically programming in Minecraft. Except I think it has a few bugs. Well, I'm pretty certain it has a few bugs. There's a few issues that I get with it. Looks like we're at a copper. So occasionally that's a little annoying. But otherwise, it's all good. Especially on certain mod packs that, they lock mods behind certain other requirements, but they let you use Open Computers pretty early. You can basically just program up the functionality the other mods give you and have your own robots doing it for you. So I like doing stuff like that. Otherwise, there's KSP, I guess. Haven't actually played that in a while. But it's also quite a lot of fun. Okay, let's have a look at this system and see where our bottlenecks are. They were on copper, but that should hopefully be fixed. And we've actually almost done automation too. So I'm going to get at least one assembly machine ready. I'm actually going to need a whole lot now that I think about it, because we're going to need green science packs. And we're going to need even more burner mining drills. But looking at the time, I think, let's see, yeah, that would have been about half an hour, so I'm probably going to end this episode about here. And so we'll continue from here with the next one. Oh, what a great timing, actually. We'll finish with the Automation 2 research completed. So yeah, if you've got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments bar below. Otherwise, this is Jack B1024 signing out.